Hi friends, it's me, Kate Mercy. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a Shop My Stash. I've actually already done the shopping because my setup is a little cattywampus right now, so I didn't want it to be weird filming wise. So here we are. I have my basket from the shop and let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with eyeshadow. So I took out 3 palettes so that I could have some different color stories to play with. As you know, in my June favorites, my Norvina palette was my favorite for the month of June, and that's largely because it's the only one I kept in my drawer. I did play with a couple of others, but for the most part, Norvina was where it was at. So for July, I have the 2 neon palettes from Huda Beauty. So I have the pink one, and this is what it looks like. I got this last summer, right when it launched, and I quite frankly don't think I've even used this one. So I'm really looking forward to using it because I definitely have used the orange one, and I really enjoy this color story. I really enjoy these shades, how they perform, the textures, the shadows. Beautiful. So I'm really excited to get to play with this again. The last one I have added is my Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. The packaging on this is just so stunning. The shadows inside of the palette are just stunning. I really enjoy her formula and her texture. I am actually just realizing that all of my palettes are from Huda Beauty. I didn't do that intentionally, so sorry about that. But I am looking forward to playing with those in the month of July. For blush, I took out 2 palettes that I sorely neglect, partly because the tones are not quite right for me when my skin has no tan to it. So the first one is an oldie but a goodie, and it is the Becca Chrissy Teigen palette. Again, oldie, but I really enjoy this palette. So it has the blush right here. It's a really bright pink, and I thought it would pair well with the Huda Beauty palettes. And then it has the 2 highlighters and the bronzer. Again, these are shades that are beautiful, but for my pale, sickly pale skin, it just doesn't translate very well. So in the summertime, I really try to get use out of this. This is a product, again, that is getting older, so I want to make sure I'm getting use out of it before it expires. The next palette that I'm bringing into my everyday makeup drawer is the Becca with Chloe and Malika. I have this one, and I believe this is a little bit of the darker one just because I really liked these blush shades and much preferred them to the lighter version of that palette. So I thought that these blushes would be really pretty. The bronzer is nice, but again, all of these kind of require me to have some kind of a tan going on, so I wanted to make sure that I got some use out of this as well. So for bronzer, I went ahead and took out my Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Glow palette. It does have the little one cream shade up here. If you lift this little dollar, it has the cream shade, but then it also has a shimmery bronzer as well as a more matte bronzer and a highlight. I really enjoy this palette. I'm pretty positive it came out last summer and I got it then, and I got some use out of it last summer, but I want to make sure that I am utilizing it again, so I am putting it in my everyday makeup drawer for July. For highlighters for July, I have 2 that I'm going to add to my everyday makeup drawer. The first one is by Milk Makeup, and this is in the shade Iced. It is their Flex highlighter. So I think that the one that everybody raves about is the cooler toned one, and it might be like a hair lighter, but I have this one instead, and I think that it translates really beautifully onto the skin. I typically don't love warm golden highlights on my skin, but this one is really pretty, and I think for the summertime it's going to be perfect. The next product is another oldie but goodie, and I'm super excited because I love this. One of the issues I have is that if I love a product and it's limited edition, I am scared to use it because then I'm not gonna have it anymore. So this is the Artist Couture X Jackie Aina highlight in the shade La Peach, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can use it even when I am ghostly white, but it does look a little bit better when I have a little bit more color to my skin. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited to finally take it out and play with it. I haven't in months, so I'm really excited. For concealer, I'm going to go ahead in with my Born This Way multi-use. I thought that this would be a good option, A, because it's a good concealer, but also because the foundation that I chose is the Kick Butt by Soap and Glory foundation. I think this actually is discontinued, oddly enough, but it's supposed to be sweat proof, which is why I chose this one for July. But this one is a little bit light, and then this one is a little bit darker because I have the shade Nude in this. So I'm hoping that between the two, I might be able to get a foundation and concealer situation that is not too light for my skin and that blends out well as a tan throughout the summer. So that on that. My final product for my Shop My Stash is going to be my Fenty Beauty powder. I have the shade Butter. I have the smaller version, so as you can see, it's kind of withering away on me here. This is a Project Pan item. Actually, this is historically has not been my favorite formula for powder, but I want to give it another chance. I still want to use up this product. It is not a bad product by any stretch of the imagination. I just find that my oils in my oily sections of my face, which so happen to be my T-zone, tend to protrude through. So if you have very dry skin, I honestly think that you would adore this powder. But for me, I want to give it another chance, and I want to love it because I love Fenty Beauty. those are all the items in my Shop My Stash. Please let me know what items you're choosing if you do a Shop My Stash. Let me know if you do a Shop My Stash. Let me know if there's products that you think I should use in the month of July that are better alternatives to the products that I have and plan on using. Thank you so much for being here today. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me if you subscribe to my channel. Let me know what content you would like to see in the future, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Is the palette by Becky.